Welcome back to the Daily Meditation with me, Paul Harrison. Today, I'm going to be discussing grief, that subject which touches us all, loss, bereavement. And I'd like to start by asking one very personal question. Who in your life have you lost whom you wish you could feel closer to? Whoever it is, in this episode, I'm going to share a wonderful meditation that you can use to feel closer to whoever it is that you have lost in your life. You know, death is obviously probably the worst thing that we all face, and the hardest thing is losing somebody whom we love. I remember losing my own father. My father was a great guy. He was very loving, a very sensitive man. When he passed, I was living in a different country. I was living here in Canada. And I remember when my mum called me in the morning. In fact, I had a profound moment of insight or intuition, or call it what you will, in which I knew that the phone was about to ring and that I was going to get some very unfortunate news. And indeed, my mother rang me on the phone and said that my father had passed, which was an absolute shock. It hit me right in the core of my being. I was devastated, you know, and there were so many different emotions. Obviously, there was sadness. There was also anger because my father was an alcoholic. Love him dearly, but he was an alcoholic, and alcohol, unfortunately, was a big part of his eventual death. And so there was anger. There was also kind of self-loathing, like I felt selfish for having moved country and having not been there when he passed. And I think this is what we all go through, isn't it? When somebody passes, there are so many different emotions. So much goes through the mind, so many thoughts, so many emotions, so many feelings. You can almost drown in just this tidal wave of emotions. But the good news is that meditation can help. For starters, meditation can certainly help just to kind of reduce the level of emotions that we're feeling, you know. Often when somebody passes, we think, well, we should feel sad. And we're probably right. We probably should feel sad. There probably is a degree of sadness that is healthy to feel when somebody passes. But there's also, for a lot of people, almost like a dangerous level of emotion. We can become too encumbered by our emotions. We can drown in our emotions. If you feel, in any circumstance, if you feel like you're suffering from too many emotions, then certainly meditation can help. Simple, anapanasati, mindful breathing will massively help just to, stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, get your mind kind of a little bit more grounded, a little bit more balanced, and just help you to relax through those difficult times. Goodness me, when my father passed, I spent hours every day meditating for a bit, just to kind of mute those emotions that I was experiencing. So if you are facing grief and you want to reduce the emotional load that you're suffering, then definitely mindful breathing and simple meditations like that will massively help. However, today I'm going to do a different meditation. It's one that I've never shared before, and in fact it's one that I haven't really read about before, to be honest with you, but it's one that I used myself to feel more connected to my father, and indeed to other people in my life whom I've lost, be they human, such as my nan, may she rest in peace, or be they an animal, such as, my beautiful cats, Tibby, Kitty. I've had 14 cats in my life, so there's quite a few for me to list. All my horses, Pepper, whoever it is in your life that you wish that you could feel closer to, whether they be human or animal, or whomever, this meditation will help. Now, I'm going to warn you, before we do get into this meditation, I am going to warn you that it might get emotional. And if you do this, if you follow along, which I recommend, you might cry, but it's a good cry, you know. Tears are a very healthy thing. I mean, it's scientifically proven that they help to release oxytocin and things like that, and to release stress hormones. So crying is in general good, and of course it is good for the mind for releasing emotions. So if you cry during this meditation, then please, please, please stick with it regardless, and understand that your tears are just a natural part of the human experience. So to begin with, I'm just going to sit with good posture. Just roll my shoulders back to help me to relax. Maybe just sway my neck from side to side, so I'm beginning to just relax my body. And now I'm actually using Cosmic Mudra, which is, so Cosmic Mudra is a mudra used in Zazen, Zen meditation. It's just the one palm cupped beneath the other one. So you may use Cosmic Mudra and place Cosmic Mudra on your lap. That is, again, just with your two hands cupped together, one above the other one. Now, to begin with, it's always very important that we just relax, and so we're just going to focus the breath on this little spot here, just beneath the middle of the nose. And we're simply going to just take 10 deep breaths. And while we're doing that deep breathing, we're just going to observe the breath and just allow ourselves to simply exist in the present moment. And so we're simply breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And for the time being, we are simply observing the passage of the breath through that space just beneath the middle of the nose. If you struggle to focus, I'd advise you to simply say to yourself, I'm breathing in, and now pausing, and now I am breathing out, and then pausing. Simply allow yourself to exist in the present moment as you observe your breath. And should thoughts or feelings come to mind, you are simply going to allow them to float on by as you continue to breathe and to relax. Okay, now you may pause this here if you would like to continue mindful breathing for a short while, just to relax and focus your mind. Feel free to pause momentarily as you continue to breathe mindfully. And now I shall get into our meditation for connecting with loved ones. What I would like you to do is simply bring to mind a person whom you love dearly and whom has passed. Could be a person or an animal, just someone whom you love and someone whom has passed. Bring this person to mind. And now, in your mind's eye, around your Ajna chakra, which is between the eyebrows, visualize an image of this person in a happy moment. I begin by seeing the overall sort of silhouette or shape of the person And then from head to toe, I will fill in the details, remembering how they looked, how their face looked, how their body looked. And so what we are doing is we are painting in the mind an image of the person whom we love, whom we have lost. And we want to take as much time as is needed to truly visualize this person. And when you do visualize this person, in fact, this has just happened to me now as I visualize my father. As you visualize this person, there'll be a moment when you feel happy or peaceful, or you will experience a shift in emotional state as you see this person happy. Now, what I would like you to do is to continue to visualize this person. You may pause this episode again if you would like to continue with this step. And so all you will be doing is visualizing the person whom you love and just getting a really good mental picture of that person smiling. You should be able to see them quite clearly in your mind's eye around your Ajna chakra or your third eye chakra. Again, pause if you would like to continue this part for the time being. The next step is to visualize them doing something that they loved. What did this person whom you loved so dearly, what did they love to do? For my father, it was to sit on our boat as he drove it upriver on one of the many beautiful rivers back home in England. And so I am visualizing the person whom I love doing the thing that they love. Now, at times during this meditation, you might experience different emotions. Just remember that is normal. That is completely normal and completely natural. You are permitted to embrace the full gamut of human existence and human experience, including all emotions. And so if you feel sad or however you feel, it is completely fine. And so continue to visualize this person whom you love doing the thing that they love. And again, feel free to pause this episode if you would like to continue this stage. Now the next stage is to visualize ourselves, yourself, myself, with the person that we love while doing that thing which they love. So to give example, I'm visualizing myself being with my father. Sorry, actually, that just made me chuckle, a memory. For instance, I'm visualizing myself with my father while he is on our boat, while we are on the boat, which is the thing that he loved to do. So visualize yourself. Try to see yourself clearly and the person you love clearly doing that thing that they loved so much. And again, please feel free to pause this episode to continue this stage for however long you should like. And now the next stage is when we really, really feel connected to the person whom we love. So to now, we have visualized the person whom we love doing the thing that they love while we are with them. If you have done this properly up to now, you will feel an emotional connection that is taking place between you and the person whom you love. What I would like for you to do now is to embrace that emotion, that energy, that feeling of connection with the person whom you love. And now remind yourself that this emotional connection is taking place in the present moment. You are experiencing this emotion now. And so this connection, this soulful, spiritual connection between yourself and the person whom you love, it is still there, because right now you can feel it and experience it. And do take your time to allow yourself to observe and almost to bathe in that emotional connection with the person whom you love. And again, you may pause this episode here if you would like to continue this stage. And that is our meditation. To finish, we simply take a few mindful breaths and gradually open our eyes. And so I really love that meditation because I can feel already the emotional difference that it's made. We can choose to bring to mind thoughts and memories of the people whom we love but who we have lost in positive moments in our lives, and to recreate the energy that we felt when we were with that person. And so by creating that emotional energy that was the bond between us, in that way, no one is ever really lost. Thank you for joining me today. Again, my name is Paul Harrison from thedailymeditation.com. Remember to subscribe. And if you would like to work with me, you may book a private meditation lesson or a group meditation class with me on thedailymeditation.com. Until next time, have a blessed day.